Hello again, everybody, and I have a special treat for you today. And by that, I mean it's kind of like when the doctor gives a little kid a lollipop after they've received shots, but I'll try to make it as painless as possible. The big topic of conversation right now is coming up with materials that orient the part-time instructor, or PTI, to the super course that they've adopted. And to help orient them, I thought we should try and come up with learning module plans. And to help you guys do that, I came up with a template, and I also came up with an example, and I emailed those materials to you, but I thought it also might be useful if I quickly walked everyone through how I thought this could work. So here is our template. Learning module X sounds kind of ominous, but that would actually be a number in the real example. Learning module 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever. You have the name of the module, and you have all the different components here, and you can just fill in what the part-time instructor needs to know in terms of what they're doing and what students need to accomplish. So for example, I have a section for required completions from the previous module, and this breaks down all the different things students should have done before they even get to this learning module. And then of course we also have the activities for the current module, broken down into readings, videos, activities, papers and assignments, which would include discussion assignments for an online course, quizzes and assessments, and then finally tips for the instructor, so that through your experience and your sage advice, you can help them avoid potential pitfalls. All right, now here is an example of how this might have worked for me with my Measures of Central Tendency module, which is, you may not realize, one of the most fascinating subjects you'll ever encounter in all of higher education. Or maybe I'm just saying that. So I have my description, I have my learning outcome that's linked to this module, I have the readings they should accomplish. They got to read these particular pages in the Statistics Bedside Companion. I have a frequency and figures video, all these different things that they should have done from the previous module. And then for the current module, I have the readings again, I have the Measures of Central Tendency video, and I'll open this up for a moment so you can see kind of what this looks like. And we're not going to watch this now. There's my nifty doody-doo music. I do have a pretty awesome joke in here about how Measures of Central Tendency is like someone took ice cream and converted it into numeric form. That's great. But also, I wanted to point out, I have some notes that I posted in here to the TFI participants, that's you guys, about certain things I was trying to accomplish. And one of those things was to deal with the length of the video. I mean, a lot of people had trouble keeping their videos relatively short. I had a little trouble with this one because, you know, these are complicated concepts. And so what I did to try and combat that a bit is I inserted questions at strategic points that challenged students to think about the material and hopefully kept them from slipping into a coma. All right, but there's my video. We're not going to look at this right now. You can do that on your own time. I walk them through the activities, the class discussion, an exercise. Again, here's a quick example of what I did for them in terms of helping them with an exercise. There's a free throw shooting exercise they have to do. This is pretty detailed. I'll provide this to you. You can look at it. Yours doesn't have to be this detailed, but this is a complicated exercise, so I wanted to make sure, once again, that they were super comfortable, right? These materials are kind of like the figurative glass of wine that makes them relaxed and self-assured and confident so they can go out and lead a great class. Okay, so those are all the things that they need to do. And then finally, at the end, I have my tips for the instructor. And this just helps them avoid certain things that I've encountered that were problematic and I didn't realize the first time through. For example, when you're showing students how to do calculations in Excel, lock them out of the computers the first time you demonstrate it, because if you don't, they're going to try and do it on their own and not pay attention to what you're showing them, and it is going to be absolute chaos. Okay, so that's all I wanted to do. If you have any questions about this, please do not hesitate to ask. If you want to make some changes, there is some flexibility here, so feel free to do that as well. And ultimately, I hope this is a help to you. All right, take care.